welcome back to the channel. Now, we are not going to be talking about the Pittsburgh Steelers, but I do have my hat on today. We're actually going to be talking about Charlotte Metro's hottest markets. We're going to give you a comprehensive guide for what's happening right now, especially if you're going to move to the area. This video is going to be super important for you. But first, somebody that is moving to the area, Mr. Taylor. Listen, sir, it was a great game today. Friends, if you don't watch football, today was the Steelers, Ravens, the Ratbirds rivalry football game in Pittsburgh, and we won. And somebody that found me out of social media, I know he's going to probably watch this video at some point. I'm so sorry for your loss today, sir. I really appreciate it. Yeah, guys, I live in the Carolinas, but listen, as an old man, when I was growing up in Charlotte back in the day, we didn't have a football team here. So people either rooted for the Cowboys, Steelers, Falcons, Redskins, but that's what they would call back then anyway. So, hey, I'm a Steelers fan, die hard. If you smack me, I bleed black and gold. But enough of that. We're going to talk, guys, about Charlotte's housing market. We're going to do a deep dive today. And we're going to be exploring, guys, a few communities, and 5 of them to be exact. These are hidden gems around the Charlotte Metro. One of them, I didn't even really go to it all. I really even heard of until I was in the military and started driving down I-74, headed east back to Camp Lejeune when I was a teenager. And yeah, now this city, this small little town that was like a one-stop light, that we drove throughout the leaving through Monroe. It's called Wingate. It's #1 in the state. My friends, it's the hottest market in the Carolinas, and it's just outside of Charlotte. So we're going to cover Wingate, guys, and the other 5 suburbs around the Charlotte Metro that are super hot. We're going to be doing some of the highlights, guys. Listen, Davidson, North Carolina. We're going to be talking about lakeside vibes up in Davidson, too. You may be familiar with Davidson because of one Steph Curry. Played basketball there, put them on the map. You guys know who Steph Curry is, right? I hope you do. So we're going to be covering home prices, top schools, local amenities, pros and cons, the unique lifestyle for each community. And by the end of this video, you're going to discover what makes these communities stand out and why someone like you may want to live in one of these areas. You're going to be able to determine which community could be the perfect fit for your next move. We're going to dive right in. I'll be right back. Let's go get it. So if you're new to the channel, my name is Sean Gerald. I am a Charlotte native. I'm a local investor. I'm an Airbnb host. I'm a brokerage owner, and I'm a United States Marine, my friends. Hey, to all my hard chargers out there, Simplified Marines, I love you guys. Happy birthday last week. And for those of you that served in other branches, we love you too. Thank you all for your service as well. I'm sorry the Marine Corps would not take you. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But thank you for your service, my friends. North Carolina and South Carolina are great for veterans. And yes, I do operate on both sides of that state line, and I absolutely love it. And it doesn't matter if you are moving here in 9 days, 9 weeks, or 9 months. I am here to serve you and your family. I talk to folks just like you every single day. As a matter of fact, congratulations to you, Mrs. Hayes. Just moved over from Las Vegas to the Carolinas, and the Aliato family. Good Lord, I got tongue-tied there. The Aliato family that just moved from San Diego found me right here on YouTube as well. So congrats on your new homes, my newfound friends and family. Guys, listen, I've been drinking coffee, man. The game just went off. I'm a little tongue-tied, a little excited here today, but I wanted to get this content out for you guys, this information, because, man, the Charlotte Metro is booming. We got a dynamic housing market, my friends, and each of these places are going to offer something unique. So we're going to give you a perspective from a local Charlottean's perspective around the area, what that looks like for you guys coming in as homeowners, those of you that are actually selling homes, and investors looking to get into the area. Let's get into it. All right, guys. So in this video, we're going to be talking about the 5 hottest markets around the greater Charlotte Metro. First, we're going to start over in Windgate, North Carolina, guys. You can see circled right here on the map. Look at all this green space around Wingate, guys. You're going to absolutely love Wingate. This vein right here, I-77, you can see my cursor here. I-77 will take you right back
straight back into the greater Charlotte metro. And we're going to leave Wingate, my friends, and we're going to drive way over to Denver, North Carolina. Okay, Denver, North Carolina, located right by Lake Norman. I absolutely love Denver, my friends. You can see here Denver. Let me see if I can adjust my map here really quickly. There you go. Now there's a better shot of Denver right here, but you can see this water right here, my friends. Okay, you've got water all around this place. I love driving out to Denver. Typically, when I come out here, I'm going to take Interstate 16 back into Charlotte, my friends. Listen, it's an easy drive back into Charlotte. You cross over the lake when you're going out to Denver. Great community, great schools. We're going to spend some time over in Denver talking about the pros and cons, you name it, of Denver. All right. Then we're going to leave Denver and we're going to head on over to Mint Hill, North Carolina. Okay. Mint Hill is a little favorite place of mine. I actually went to school out in Mint Hill. Okay. Check this out. Here we go. Mint Hill, as you can see right here. Now, Mint Hill is going to be surrounded, my friends, by several different main arteries. You can see here 485 and I-74, in particular Highway 51. These are going to get you pretty much out of there the quickest. I would say I-45. We're going to spend some time in Mint Hill, pros, cons, talk about the community, everybody's favorite Chick-fil-A right here. I went to high school out in Mint Hill as well, so I do love the area. It's pretty awesome. I think you'll like it too. Then we're going to leave from Mint Hill and head over to Harrisburg, North Carolina. Well, actually, yeah, it's in North Carolina. Yep, going to go to Harrisburg, North Carolina, but it's in Cabarrus County, okay? Super fun place to be. I love going to Harrisburg. I got an office out there in Harrisburg. My favorite bakery was out in Harrisburg also, Sunflower Baking Company. Got some of those in Charlotte too. But Harrisburg, right in Cabarrus County. Going to spend some time over here as well. Going to give you guys a tour around Harrisburg. And then last but not least, we're going to visit Steph Curry's old stomping ground, okay? Davidson, North Carolina, okay? Home to Davidson University. You can see right there in the picture, all right? A great uptown, famous toastery. Grew up right there in Harrisburg, North Carolina as well. What happened to it? Or Davidson, I'm sorry. Here we go. There we go, Davidson. Got a little strip right here. Parts of Davidson right here on the lake, which is freaking amazing. So stay tuned, my friends. We're going to talk about these places, man. We're going to love some of the demographics, some of the market data about these different communities around here and the schools. Okay, listen, guys, it's amazing. All right, stay tuned. I'll be right back. Let's go get it.
And number one, we're going to start with Wingate, North Carolina, specifically zip code 28174. Now, as I mentioned, my friends, when I used to drive back to Camp Lejeune, headed back from Charlotte, there was absolutely nothing in Wingate. I mean, you really, truly probably had one stoplight. You got Wingate University out here as well. But right now in the housing market, it is ranked number one in North Carolina, number 76 nationally for housing market momentum. To me, that's amazing. I actually just sold some land out in the neighboring community right out there called Marshville. It's a marshland.
Well, obviously.
It's not wet, but my God, man, it's nothing but farmland. So there's gonna be lots of growth out there. This actually surprised me, okay? The average home sale price out in the area, $488,880. You do have an average days on market of about 93 days. Now, Wingate is situated, my friends, in Union, North Carolina, or Union County, I should say, which is about 30 miles southeast of Charlotte. And it takes me, I drive fast, okay, I drive fast, help me, okay? I can get out there, my friends, 25, 30 minutes, depending on traffic. I-74 can get pretty tight, coming up through Monroe, Indian Land, Indian Trail, I should say. It can get Indian Lands in South Carolina. We got both of them, Indian Land and Indian Trail. So if I get tongue-tied sometimes talking about those, talking about right now, going up through Indian Trail down 74 to head that way, it can get a little bit tight for you, but we do now have, a toll lane that you can ride and pay to get down to the Wingate area. Now, population-wise, right, you've got just under 4,000 people living out in that area. Median household income going to be just under, or just over, I should say, $55,000. Now, education-wise, you got some great public schools out here. Wingate Elementary School got a great student-to-teacher ratio of 11-1, and you've got Forest Hills High School, and of course, I mentioned to you already, you've got Wingate University. Now, when it comes to recreational amenities, Wingate Community Park, you got playgrounds, sports fields, walking trails. As I mentioned, this is an area that has not been fully developed yet. So you can get acreage out here pretty cheap. You can build your own compound out here pretty good. I like it out in Wingate because, listen, I always tell you about that fresh air around North Carolina, man. They've got the fresh air feel out there. Now, depending on where you go now, of course, there could be some cows and things like that. You may get some roosters. It's going to be dark because of the infrastructure, but it's a great place to live, my friends, okay? You do have cultural attractions as well, like the Henson Art Museum. Various dining options are going to be out there too. Now, don't move out to an area like this and expect you're going to have all the modern conveniences, because you're not going to do that. To get back to some entertainment, you got to drive a little bit, especially if you want to have like that rural feel for your home, but want that city life as well. To get back into uptown Charlotte, it's probably going to take you about 40, 45 minutes to be able to do that. But hey, depending on where you're coming from, that could really be a short drive for you. Community features out here. It's a close-knit, family-oriented atmosphere. You've got diverse cultural backgrounds out in the area as well. And our favorite, low crime rates. Some pros for living out in this area, right? Again, look, affordability, even though that median price range is at $488,000, you can find some affordable housing out in this area. Well, 100% you can do that. If you're willing to live out there and then take that drive back to Charlotte, you've got a strong educational presence. As we mentioned, we've got great schools and Wingate University, and it's just a welcoming small town feel. I'm out in these areas all the time, driving around. You hardly ever see anybody. So I don't know how welcoming it can be, but nobody's ever welcomed me out there unless I had something to sell and they would call them my number, but I don't necessarily see people when I go out in that area. So it can be welcoming. It's definitely a small town feel, and I like it, all right? Some cons to living out in an area like this. You got limited commercial development, as we discussed, fewer entertainment options. You are going to be driving back to Charlotte, longer commute times to Center City, as we mentioned, limited public transportation as well. So if you're coming from the north or somewhere where you don't have cars, you're going to need to think about getting a car or consider living out in an area like that, because it may not be the right fit for you. But Wingate is #1 on our list, guys, in all of North Carolina. And that's a huge feat for a small town like Wingate, all right? We're going to step in #2 here real quick. That's going to be Denver, North Carolina, zip code 28037. Now, Denver is ranked #2, my friends, in the greater Charlotte metro. Average home prices out there, just under $670,000, with an average days on market right around 98 days. So Denver's located in Lincoln County, northwest of Charlotte. The proximity to Lake Norman is amazing. As a matter of fact, if you're driving down Highway 16, headed that way, you're gonna cross over Lake Norman. It's just a beautiful drive, easy traffic getting in and out of this area. You're gonna absolutely love living in Denver. As a matter of fact, you're gonna be able to get back into the Charlotte area pretty quickly, depending on traffic. But it's a great drive, beautiful scenery, lots of green grass and trees, and the lake, of course. You'll love them in the area. Now, check this out. Population-wise, just under 3,500 people live in Denver, North Carolina. Median household income is just under $70,000. Now, education-wise, you've got some really good public schools out here as well. Rock Springs Elementary School and East Lincoln High School. Now, when you talk about recreational amenities, and we just talked about it a second ago, you've got access to Lake Norman, where you've got boating, fishing, water sports, you got trails, you've got a beach. Lake Norman is freaking amazing. You will absolutely love it. You also have the Verdict Ridge Golf and Country Club out in Denver as well. And of course, you're gonna have local restaurants and boutiques, shops, stores, you name it, and some really good food, especially if you like seafood, being so close to the lake. So you've got that, all right? Community features. You've got a blend of suburban and rural lifestyle. This doesn't feel like #1 Wingate. Denver's gonna feel more city, not big city, but it's gonna feel more city because you're gonna have more people that have moved out of Charlotte into Denver because of its close proximity. So Denver's gonna be amazing. You also got a strong suburban growth and a ton of new developments out here also. Just out there recently at KB Homes, one of their new beautiful tree-lined streets. You're gonna absolutely love this neighborhood. And of course, just like Wingate, my friends, you've got low crime rates out in the area as well. So when you talk about pros of living in Denver, I could think of one, okay? Lake Norman, because of all the activity that goes on around Lake Norman. And of course, again, you've got high quality schools. Now, cons, you've got premium home prices without a doubt. And then of course, that potential for increased traffic during peak seasons and getting back into the Charlotte Metro. If you live out in that area and you have to commute back into uptown Charlotte, at any point, you could experience some traffic for sure. And again, with a 4-lane highway, anything can happen. But aside from that, you will absolutely love living out in Denver, North Carolina. I guarantee it. All right. Number 3 on our list, that's going to be Mint Hill, North Carolina. I had the pleasure of going to school in Mint Hill when I was in high school. I got bused out to Independence High School. Well, guess what? Mint Hill is ranked number 3 in the greater Charlotte Metro. Home prices out here, my friends, just under $500,000. And you've got an average days on market of right around 70 days. Located east in Mecklenburg County, guys, or east of Charlotte in Mecklenburg County, I should say, with a population just under 30,000 people. Incomes are great out here, though. You've got just an average income or median household income right around $95,000. Now, when it comes to education-wise, we talked about my high school, my alma mater, the Patriots. Go Patriots, all right? Independence High School, but you've got Bain Elementary School, and you've got Mint Hill Middle School as well. And when it comes to recreation, and you can get back into Charlotte pretty easy. Listen, in most cases, you're not going to even know that you left Charlotte when you're going to Mint Hill unless you see that sign. But you've got Mint Hill Veterans Park, and you've got Willgrove Park out here also, all right? Cultural attractions. You do have your annual Mint Hill Madness Festival, so something to check out for you there as well if you're going to be out in the Mint Hill area. Dining, you got shopping, you got the Mint Hill Pavilion, you got local boutiques, and again, you're not far outside of Charlotte. Albemarle Road, get on 485, pick one. You'll be back in Charlotte in no stinking time. So if you're living in Mint Hill, you're truly in a suburb of Charlotte, North Carolina, all right? Community features, again, listen, you got a suburban environment with strong community sense. You've got that out there. You got family-oriented focus, low crime rates, and again, your proximity to Charlotte. These are going to be your pros. You got a variety of housing options as well. Whether you want affordable housing or you want to get up into the $1 million price range, you can do both of those out in the Mint Hill area. And you've just got a rich schedule of community events. That's the thing I like about towns like Mint Hill. Like, they stay busy. They have their own parades, their own festivals and functions. You'll love living in these places like that. Some of your cons though, right? With the kind of growth you see, the traffic can be horrible, without a doubt. You got higher housing demand, so you could find yourself in one of these multiple offer situations. And of course, like the other rural areas, you've got limited public transportation. So these are some of the things you have to consider if you're going to live in a place like Mint Hill, North Carolina. I love it. I got bused out there again for 3 years when I was in high school. Drove my grandmother's car my senior year, so I wasn't getting bused anywhere. I was having a good time going to school, but I love going to Mint Hill. And again, listen, I never felt like I was leaving Charlotte when I went out to Mint Hill. So if you want that kind of rural feel, that small town feel, still urbany, still suburbany as well at the same time, but easy access back into the Charlotte Metro, guess what? Mint Hill could be a place for you, all right? Number 4 on our list, it's going to be Harrisburg, North Carolina. Now, we just opened up an office in Harrisburg, right behind my favorite bakery. I like to eat, and y'all know it. I'm a fat kid, so what?
Yum, 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 yum.
I don't care if you don't like it. I said I'm a fat kid.
None of your business.
All right. He likes to eat. I go to Sunflower Bakery every time I go out there. And I get me a gluten-free vegan. It's a vegan banana chocolate chip muffin. Make you want to slap your mama. Okay, mama, I wouldn't slap you. You make good muffins too. But boy, that muffin is delicious. And a peanut butter cookie. Man, the chicken salad sandwich, it's delicious. And it's so bad because it's located right behind my office. But I go to Sunflower Baking Company because food is so good. It's so good. Help me, please. It's so good. Help me. Harrisburg, my friend, zip code 28075. It's an amazing place, man. Up and coming. Another suburb of Charlotte. Again, you never know you left Charlotte because you just drive over that line. Easy to get in and out of it. It's ranked number 4 in the greater Charlotte Metro. Average home sales prices out here, my friends, just under $600,000 with an average days on market right around 91 days. Now, its location, my friends, it's northeast of Charlotte in Cabarrus County. So you're leaving Mecklenburg County and getting into Cabarrus County when you live in Harrisburg. Access back to major highways is going to be very easy for you. All right, when I leave Charlotte and go to my office, I get off, I believe at Harrisburg, exit 33, I believe it is. And it's a really quick shot, you know, look, 10, 15 minutes right into Harrisburg, and right there, boom. Shopping, restaurants, grocery stores, everything's modernized, new construction neighborhoods, just a beautiful place to be. All right, when you talk about the population out here, just right around 16,000 people. Median household income, right around $92,000. So people out here are making good money out in the Harrisburg area. Now, when you talk about public schools, got really good schools out here as well. You got Harrisburg Elementary School, and you've got Hickory Ridge High School. Greatschools.org can be a great resource for you guys if you want to look at schools and things like that and figure out their ratings and so on and so forth. Could be a good resource for you. All right. Now, as far as recreational amenities, you got the Harrisburg Park, and you've got Far Mill Park. Of course, when you got attractions, you got 4th of July celebrations, and the Charlotte Motor Speedway is a hop, skip, and a jump away. You can get there as well and go have some fun, which means you also have quick access right back to Concord Mills Mall, right there in Concord, on the border of Charlotte and Concord. You're gonna like Harrisburg, my friends, because it's just a great little community. Family-focused, low crime rates, strong public schools, active community events, you know, just a range of housing options, whether you want an existing home, new construction, all that stuff is out there. Now, again, like some of these other rural areas, you're gonna have limited nightlife options. You are, but you're gonna have some bars, some bubs.
What?
You know, some
bars and some pubs and some restaurants, you know, some local places you can go eat, you know, sit down, hang out, meet your neighbors. You do have those things, but it will be limited. You also have a strain on the infrastructure because it is growing very fast. People are leaving Charlotte because it's getting too expensive. So areas like Harrisburg are starting to really jump. People are leaving to go to these areas. So yeah, you're going to experience some traffic out there. And again, of course, you're going to have limited public transportation. So just keep that in mind as you're thinking about moving to one of these areas. Next up on our list, Davidson, North Carolina. We talked about Davidson because we mentioned Mr. Steph Curry.
Wow! Curry, 3 rise and fire! And his signature, put the kid.
This is where we went to school out in Davidson, North Carolina. Our zip code 28036, okay? It is ranked 5th in the greater Charlotte metro. Now, your average home price, get this, it's the most expensive on our list so far. $840,000. This is your average home sale price with an average days on market of right around $86.
Wait, what?
Now, when you start talking about this place, you're going to have some similarities to Denver, North Carolina, because they're on opposite sides of that lake. So you're going to have some similar amenities over in Davidson, North Carolina. It's located in northern Mecklenburg County. And again, you've got access to Lake Norman and all the things that come with living around the lake. Now, your population size going to be just under 13,000. Well, people are making bank out in Denver, okay? Or Davidson, I should say. $124,000 is going to be your median household income. When you talk about education, yeah, you've got Davidson College, my friends, and you've got Davidson K through 8 for your best public school out in the area. Schools out here are going to be great. Your college education is going to be great. Access back to Charlotte is going to be very easy. Access into Huntersville is going to be great. Mooresville, Lake Norman, you will absolutely love living out in Davidson. I can tell you that 100%. It's, man, the uptown is great over here, okay? Famous Toastery, one of my favorite little breakfast restaurants, actually originated right there in Davidson. So I love to go to the original Famous Toastery when I'm right there in uptown Davidson. Man, just a little cool place to be right there by the university. So you got historic downtown, you got boutiques, restaurants, art galleries, and then I say water activities. I think I did say water activities. You got the Davidson Farmers Market, holiday parades. It's a small town feel. This is going to be a place full of smart people. So you can tell, listen, it's an intellectually vibrant community. You want to be in places like that, man. You know, get your thinking cap going. Have some great conversation with some people. And it's supported mostly by Davidson College. You got a high quality of life, beautiful walkability out in the area, lots of cultural opportunities for you also. Again, now listen, you do have a high cost of living. This is going to be your biggest con. Home prices are crazy, all right? Limited housing inventory because people want to live in a place like Davidson. So when houses go on the market, they sell pretty quickly. You got competitive real estate out here, man. Listen, you're going to have that. So Davidson, again, comes in at number 5, right up 77. Okay, you take some back roads to get back in there as well, but you will absolutely love it. It's just beautiful. All of the places on this list, my friend, absolutely beautiful. So in conclusion, my friends, if you're thinking about moving to the Charlotte Metro, and some of these communities sound like they may interest you, you know what to do. My information is going to be in that description box below. Again, my name is Sean Gerald with Lifestyle International Realty. I cannot wait to serve you and your family. Please give me a call. I'll talk to you soon. Let's go get it.